Impacting foot traffic in Hillcrest, how businesses are fighting back with a new plan to keep their customers.
The EPA administrator and several local officials had a meeting today about the Tijuana sewage crisis. I'll tell you why they think this time change is going to happen.
Why a San Diego judge is delaying Rady Children's Hospital's plan to end gender-affirming care.
Pizza Hut plans to shutter hundreds of locations across the country. We take a look at why one of America's biggest chains is feeling the heat.
A blind date with a book or being matched with one. I'll tell you how library staff here in Chula Vista are ensuring people fall in love with reading.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts right now.
We begin tonight with some growing pains for Hillcrest as construction is taking away parking spaces and slowing foot traffic, but local businesses, they're not giving up. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Anna Laurel. The businesses are launching creative ways to keep customers coming. And as CBS 8's Brian White reports, that includes a new monthly raffle.
Construction is hard to miss in Hillcrest right now, especially along 5th Avenue, where green fencing, heavy equipment, and blocked lanes have become part of the daily landscape. For nearby businesses, that disruption is more than an inconvenience, it's driving customers away.
Construction's been a little bit rough on business. You know, it's really loud outdoors. People don't want to sit and utilize our patio. At
Nola on 5th, the noise and the loss of parking have taken a real toll. In December, the restaurant saw a 25% drop in business.
This is not real conducive to a nice visit, having coffee and a pastry.
The main culprit is a $7 million storm drain upgrade along 5th Avenue designed to prevent future flooding. But while one lane is shut down and fencing blocks storefronts, businesses say visibility and access are suffering. That's why the Hillcrest Business Association is launching the Still Fabulous campaign, featuring raffle cards at participating businesses with rotating prizes and 2 winners every month.
Some people see construction and they hesitate to want to go into the neighborhood, but it's important to note that Hillcrest is very much open and our businesses are still welcoming and ready to serve you.
The effort includes sidewalk decals, banners, digital outreach, and even plans to dress up the fencing itself.
Here we are going to be inputting some really cool photogenic angel wings. So people, when they walk by, it's like not all just fencing and construction. It's activated, it's fun, it's Hillcrest, it's colorful.
The city says the storm drain project is expected to wrap up in October, and other projects like the Normal Street Promenade later this year. Long-term improvements businesses hope will bring customers back in even greater numbers.
We're still here. We still want you to come in. We miss you guys. Come see us.
In Hillcrest, Brian White, CBS 8.
South Bay families are breathing foul air and living with toxic water while the Tijuana River crisis drags on with no clear end in sight. Today, the EPA administrator and a bipartisan group of leaders met in San Diego saying dirty air and water are not partisan and that concrete fixes are finally in motion.
CBS 8's Alex Cheney was there and joins us live with what's actually changing and how soon relief could actually come. Alex?
Yeah, that's right. National and local leaders gathered today to say that they want to check on Mexico to make sure that they are making progress on the projects that they have promised to solve the Tijuana River sewage crisis. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, along with several local officials, gathered today for a news conference at the Coronado Community Center.
For hosting today's roundtable.
Zeldin touted progress on several key projects and says he will be following up with Mexico to make sure the construction timeline is going as planned. He says several projects have completion dates in 2026, 2027, and 2028.
Mexico has made the commitment to everything that these local leaders have identified as needs to include. Progress has already started, and we will stay on top of Mexico to make sure that they all get done.
You know this is a problem.
Congressman Mike Levin, who represents North County, says the sewage crisis is a personal issue for so many in the South Bay.
I'll continue on my side on the Appropriations Committee to do everything I can to help the region. As the appropriator for San Diego County, I take a great responsibility in ensuring we fix this problem, and it's very personal for so many people.
Supervisor Paloma Aguirre, the former mayor of Imperial Beach, says our federal government needs to fix the problem on the Mexico side. She applauds the work done on the U.S. side of the border, but adds residents here simply can't wait another 20 years for Mexico to do more. She is encouraging President Trump to declare a state of emergency that would help unleash funds. Supervisor Aguirre had a private conversation with EPA Administrator Zeldin before today's news conference.
As we have that channel of communication, we talked about local, state, and federal agencies working together. The fact that he's down here for the second time, I think that's an important sign that this administration does have interest on this issue, but there's a lot of work that still needs to be done.
Now, bringing context to the issue, EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin compared the dirty air that's happening in the South Bay to the air quality that happened in New York City right after 9/11. So we will see what comes from today's meeting. There's a lot of projects, there's a lot of timelines, but overall, the residents of the South Bay are looking for results. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney. Back over to you.
Thanks, Alex. Today, San Diego educators gathered to protest against ICE, rallying outside of the federal building downtown.
Teachers and school board members were part of the crowd. Their message, students have a right to learn without fear. Some say their students are worried about their families being separated by ICE. Just yesterday, President Trump said he has 5 cities he plans to target with federal agents, and many fear San Diego could be on that list.
Concerned that San Diego and all our communities are at risk because we know that he is determined to show his power.
To bring justice and kindness.
Working for you, we reached out to several members of Congress who say they have not heard anything about San Diego being a potential target. We also reached out to DHS, who said they do not share details about future operations.
A 15-year-old boy in Oceanside lost his right hand today when some type of fireworks exploded in his grip. Oceanside fire officials say the boy was also burned on his face and chest. He was airlifted to UC San Diego Medical Center for specialized care. Officials warn that fireworks are dangerous and illegal in San Diego County.
Rady Children's Hospital was set to stop providing gender-affirming care tomorrow, but a San Diego judge delayed that until at least next week. The delay allows the state and Rady Children's to clarify impacts on current patients and staff if the hospital must continue treating existing patients and those on Medicare. Rady announced it was ending gender-affirming care after the Trump administration threatened to cut federal funding to hospitals providing such care. The hospital says those cuts could force it to close its doors, but the state says ending treatments puts hundreds of patients' health at risk. Both sides return to court next Tuesday on whether or not Rady is required to continue treatments. County health leaders are urging San Diegans to protect themselves against measles as cases surge nationwide. No local cases have been reported so far this year, but there are concerns over 5 recent cases in Los Angeles and Orange counties. Exposure in those counties were reported at Disneyland, at airports, restaurants, shops, and other public spaces. Doctors say the best way to protect yourself, get vaccinated. And you can stream more details on what to know about measles in a special on our CBS 8 app. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Hundreds of Pizza Hut stores are on the chopping block. Dozens of them in San Diego could be part of those closures. But Pizza Hut isn't the only chain under its parent company that's feeling the heat.
Yeah, CBS 8's Abby Black joins us in studio. And Abby, some fast food brands are thriving, but some are really struggling to survive.
And when we're talking about Yum brands, they own some of our old favorites. We're talking about Taco Bell, KFC, but only one is thriving. Taco Bell is growing while Pizza Hut and KFC struggle. So what's the difference?
End of an era for the Red Roof Pizza Hut. The chain plans to close 250 underperforming locations nationwide. That's about 3% of its U.S. footprint as it shifts away from big dine-in restaurants.
Unbelievable. Like, they've been here forever, since I was a little kid. Like, how could they?
Pizza Hut has not released a closure list yet, but there are 37 locations in San Diego County, raising questions on which ones will survive. Its parent company, Yum Brands, has not returned our request for comment.
I feel like there's better pizza chains out there.
And that's part of the problem. Pizza Hut built its identity around big dine-in restaurants. Rival Domino's is thriving with smaller delivery-focused stores. At the same time, more customers are ordering through apps and choosing fast casual or local pizza spots instead.
The consumers are really stressed right now. They've been hit with inflation, and that has affected their buying power.
Alan Jin is an economics professor at the University of San Diego and says Pizza Hut is feeling the same cost pressures as other chains, making it harder to profit from large, labor-intensive dine-in stores.
The cost of food has gone up considerably, and wage costs also have gone up for restaurants.
Jin says price and speed are not everything. Some chains have built fierce brand loyalty that Pizza Hut just can't match.
I think some have developed what you might even call a cult following.
Still, fans are hoping their local Pizza Hut survives.
Don't close Pizza Hut. It's still good, I promise. Don't close Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut is not alone. Other chains from Del Taco to Wendy's and Noodles & Company are closing underperforming stores as costs rise and traffic softens.
We know there's so many factors. People just change in their tastes, they change in their budget, all these things. But what does this mean, these closures mean for jobs here in San Diego?
I mean, you have to think about that. If we have 37 locations county-wide, the impact that this could have. Again, we do not know what locations will close. They've not released that list yet, but I just reached out to the workers union, the fast food workers union here in California, just to see if they could tell me what kind of impact that this could have or that it's already having on our workforce, but I've not heard back yet.
All right, well, we'll just hope that people are able to land on their feet quickly.
Yeah,
that's a rough
find
spot
another
to
place. Okay, thanks, Abby.
A first for Black History Month in the city of San Diego.
We've got those details still ahead, plus a plea from a San Diego flood victim as state lawmakers consider a proposal to try and lower home insurance rates.
And a push from Chula Vista Libraries to get you to fall in love with reading this Valentine's Day.